High atop the tallest mountain lived a dragon named Ember. Unlike other dragons, Ember was not feared by the people of the nearby village. In fact, she had made a promise many years ago to protect them from harm. The villagers respected Ember and would often leave gifts of food and trinkets at the base of the mountain as a sign of their gratitude. One day, a terrible storm swept through the land. The winds howled, the rain poured, and the rivers swelled, threatening to flood the village. The villagers were terrified, knowing that if the riverbanks broke, their homes would be washed away. They needed help, and they knew there was only one creature powerful enough to save them: Ember, the dragon. A young girl named Mira was chosen to climb the mountain and ask Ember for aid. Mira was brave, but as she began her ascent, she couldn't help but feel a twinge of fear. The mountain was steep, and the storm made the path treacherous. But Mira pressed on, determined to save her village. After hours of climbing, Mira reached the dragon's lair. Ember was resting inside, her golden scales shimmering even in the dim light of the storm. The dragon opened one eye as Mira approached. "What brings you here, child?" Ember asked, her voice deep and rumbling. Mira bowed respectfully. "Our village is in danger, Great Ember. The river is rising, and soon our homes will be destroyed. We need your help to stop the flood." Ember sighed softly. "I have watched over your village for many years," she said, "but my power is not infinite. I can only help if the village is willing to make a sacrifice." Mira's heart sank. "What kind of sacrifice?" she asked. Ember's eyes gleamed with ancient wisdom. "I will use my magic to calm the storm and stop the flood, but in return, the village must promise to protect the mountain and the creatures that live here. No more cutting down trees, no more hunting the animals that dwell in these lands. The mountain must be respected, or I will not help." Mira nodded. "I will deliver your message to the village, and we will honor your request." Ember nodded and stretched her wings. "Then go quickly, child. The storm is growing stronger." Mira hurried back down the mountain, slipping and sliding on the wet rocks. When she finally reached the village, she relayed Ember's message to the elders. There was much discussion and debate. Some villagers were hesitant to make such a promise. The mountain provided wood for their fires and game for their food. Could they really live without these resources? But Mira spoke up. "Ember has protected us for years without asking for anything in return. Now she is asking for our help to protect the mountain and its creatures. If we do not honor her request, our village will be destroyed." After much deliberation, the village agreed. They promised to protect the mountain and the creatures that called it home. With the promise made, Ember flew down from her lair, her great wings beating against the storm. She breathed a stream of fire into the sky, and the storm clouds began to part. The winds calmed, and the rain stopped. The river, once swollen and raging, returned to its normal flow. The village was saved. From that day on, the villagers kept their promise. They planted trees, created sanctuaries for the animals, and only took what they needed from the land. Ember continued to watch over them, knowing that the balance between the village and the mountain had been restored. And though the villagers no longer lived as they once had, they found that by working in harmony with nature, they were happier and more prosperous than ever before. Mira, who had delivered the dragon's message, became a hero in the village. She was a reminder that true strength comes not from taking, but from giving and protecting what is precious. The moral of the story is that true magic lies in the courage and kindness of those who use it to guide others. Thank you for watching Timeless Echoes, where every echo tells a story.